Hello and welcome back to Tharek Plays Blood Bowl 2 with our humans today, as expected. So this is what our team is looking like right now. Last time we lost 2 players, I believe, or, well, no, we didn't lose 2. We lost 1 plus a niggling injury, basically. And I think I'm gonna keep Carsten here, but he's just not gonna get apothecaried anymore in the future because of his niggling injury. But he's still useful with his skills. It's not a stat down. It's just the niggling, if you want to call it. Just as long as I can keep him safe, which might or might not work, we can still make use of him. So that's pretty much the whole idea. He already has a big target on his back thanks to his high agility. He's my most agile player right now. So that's just going to paint a bigger target on him, and I might be able to make use of that as well at some point. Who knows? We'll see. And then we lost our catcher, I believe, and I bought a replacement. We do not have any money left. We will just have 11 players for today's match, and yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out for us. So, 2 minutes, 22 seconds, as always, see you in a bit. Okay, I'm officially worried. 1760 Dwarves? Are you serious? Oh no, so they do have a Deathroller. They have 11 players, they go up to 14, but it's just 12, 1 injured means 11, so we have the same amount of players. He has 120 team value wasted in cheerleaders and coach assistants. At least in my opinion, wasted. Let's see. An agility forerunner is obviously not good. What else do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guard players against our 1, I believe. At least he's missing his strength 4 Longbeard here, which is nice. So not nearly as bad as I thought it might be, but still the mass amount of guards and their good armor should be a problem here. And the Deathroller obviously isn't nice. So let's see what we can do. I do have 400k on the dot, so there will be a wizard. I'm not sure if a bribe is the right thing here, though. Do I have a dirty player right now? I can't quite remember. Let me check. We do have a dirty player, but still it's dwarves. They are very durable. I think in this case I'm gonna go with safety for my team, which right now is an apothecary. That's the question now. I think I'm gonna try with the bribe. I'm not sure if it's gonna do anything, but I need to spend my stuff on something, so I'm gonna go 1 babe, 1 bribe, an apothecary, and a wizard. Wizard, apothecary, babe, bribe. Yeah, okay, so I don't have a reserve player, so fouling is going to be a problem, but maybe just the threat of me being able to foul will do something. And I'm gonna have to make sure that if I foul, I have a good chance, because they all have high armor, they have thick skull, which is gonna knocking them out harder to begin with. At least once I get through the armor, so we have to make sure that it is a worthwhile target. The good thing is, though, since he doesn't have a reserve player, he needs to set up the Deathroller. He is going to go on offense and set up the Deathroller anyways here, but if I had forced him on defense, he might not have done it. But as long as we don't get a get the ref kickoff event, he will be down to 10 players permanently once the first drive is over or somebody scores a touchdown. So that's good. I need to just make my defense work. We are faster than him. I can outrun him. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. But I hope it's going to work out fine. The team value worried me in the beginning, but he has a lot of team value bound up in the Deathroller and his assistant coaches and cheerleaders. So his team value is actually not quite that high. But we'll have to wait and see. Also, his record wasn't that good. He lost quite a bit. And we'll have to wait and see. Maybe I should have checked if he's prone to giving up or not. So I am supposed to set up in defense. I think at this point I can't really afford to put my ogre on the line of scrimmage because he can easily knock him down. And I can't really let him do that. We're also gonna put these guys as far apart as we can. Because thanks to his guard, he will get easy blocks. Very easy blocks. And I don't want him to have those blocks, obviously. So let's see what we can do here. And also who I need to expose on the line of scrimmage to him. We probably have to give him the dirty player. But overall that should be fine. So let's see. I'm going to bring Tim in the middle. He's our fastest guy and his frenzy might also be useful. We could also go with Kevin over here because he has blocks, so he is a bit of a softer target basically. But I think what I'm going to go with is switch these two out. So if they decide to go in here and follow us up there, we can use Zasha to get a nice Mighty Blow block back at them. Our Ogre in the middle should be solid. Do I want this Catcher on the side, though? That's the question. I think we're going to switch them like this. It's going to keep him a little bit more in between safer players. Well, if they blitz here, they're going to be right next to my Catcher, and I don't really want that. So let me see what's going to happen. So yeah. Seems fine. So we are playing against Rabbit LDR, I assume it's supposed to be pronounced, and he's playing the Gyro Captains. Or Gyro, however you want to pronounce it. I assume it's going to be Gyro. So there we go. Okay, let's check this again, because I didn't pay attention to all of his skills, so as we can now see he also, or as I now notice, he also has two players with Stand Firm already, so he has Guard, Stand Firm. That's a very annoying combination, so if I don't knock them down and just try to push them, they will stay wherever they want to stay, basically, or just where they are. He has 3 in total because the Deathroller starts with Stand Firm. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. My biggest target right now is his agility for runner. Dwarves are not good with ball handling usually, and I don't want him to get that. So this automatically guarantees... No, he does have a reserve player. Was my math off there? 13. Oh yeah, it went up to... Oh yeah, of course, he has 1 reserve player. I'm stupid. He had... up to 14 with 1 hole in it, so it's 13 minus the 1 injured is 12. I don't know why I thought it was 11. So he does have 1 reserve player, so if the Deathroller goes off, he still has 11 players, but hopefully I can make that work. If he had really wanted to, he probably could have tried to set up a surf here with the Quick Snap, brought this guy to here. Push, set him up in a way that he can also push and then just blitz him out. Not that I think it might actually be the best idea or work, because that means he needs to get a lot of pushes, and against a player that doesn't have block or... well, block doesn't matter here too much, but doesn't have dodge, it's not that easy to get that many pushes in a row. At least when you want to get them. So we'll have to wait and see. Is he gonna go into my Ogre, though? That's the question. He might decide to blitz in with the... blitz in with him, and that's what it looks like right now, because he didn't go for the block there. He decides to go for 1 less block for himself to free up the Deathroller. So he might try to go for my Ogre. There we go. And then follow in as well. Ooh, nice push. To try and bind up as many of my players as possible. And there we go. But... so... strength 7. That just means I might now foul the Deathroller, maybe? 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy, I need 2 more assists. And now it's, well, it's still doable, especially with him being there. I don't know, I could also just use the Ogre, but I'm, as always, a bit hesitant to do that, but we'll have to wait and see. He's going in pretty aggressive with his moves here, setting up an aggressive stance here, and we'll have to wait and see if I can do something with that or about that. But I think we're going to try to get either the Troll Slayer or the Deathroller fouled out. Maybe it would be good to try and remove the Deathroller before the end of the drive, but I'm actually not sure. Yeah, he's setting up super aggressive over here. I mean, given he can do that, but right now, this guy... Oh... Oh, I'm tempted. If he weren't there, I would fireball this in an instant. It's 4 players under that. Ah, big questions right now. And I can actually block him there, which is a very weird choice on his behalf, I think. Yeah, I'm not gonna go with the fireball. It's not really worth it, and I should not delay too much. I need to start make moves here. So let's get the show on the road, basically. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted to see, obviously. Yeah, okay, Frenzy gonna do its thing. So the issue here is, since he's trying to go very aggressive over on this side, my movement options right now are a bit limited. And it might not be in my best interest to use him there, but I'm kind of locked down in where I can or can't go here. So we're gonna blitz like this, since it's gonna allow me to push him in this direction, while if I were to blitz from here, we would keep him next to our guy, and I don't want that. But I do want this to work. I'm just trying to decide on whether or not we want to follow up there, because if I do, I get a 1 die, but I'm not sure if I can get the 1 die. If I don't, it would rely on getting him free at that point. But I think I'm gonna try to make it work like that. Yeah, because right now he doesn't have a good block. I can turn that into a 1 die if we free up the correct player here, or I could just... No, I still think we might want to get the foul there, so I do need to try and get him first, unfortunately. Okay, we got it. Thank you. Okay, so now we've got some options. I can actually turn this into a 2 die for myself now, thanks to guard, which is awesome. But if I want to foul here, it's a 58% chance. It's not good enough, I think. So I'm gonna wait on the foul. And we are just going to instead move him back here. Keep him safe. That way I could have probably got something up here, but I'm okay with this. Let's see. Oh, he never used the roller before. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan, as you all know. So we're just gonna try to knock this guy down. Just force him to pick up the ball again. We do need to... No, I will not follow this in. It's actually not worth it. Okay, there we go. Do I want to try to dodge here or block here? I don't think so. I think we're just not going to do anything. It's 1 guard player that won't move next round. And he could bring him in back here, which I do not really... what I do not really want. And because of that, we're just going to keep it that way. So let's see. I think good first turn overall. Aside from 1 block, which was just a push. Well, and the double both down here in the beginning. It started off good. We got a good block here. This setup is not horrible with these guys. So if he decides to follow up in there, we once again get a decent positioning back. Him picking up the ball is not unlikely. Oh, okay. Well, no, he doesn't have sure hands on him. Well, yeah, he does. Okay, he does have sure hands. As always, I've played enough Blood Bowl by now that I should know what skills the positionals start with. Come on. But he's not gonna make a lot of movement again, and he's also staying next to this guy, which I don't quite understand. Oh, that's good. No movement there. And that's the guard guy. He can't really afford to block with him. Okay, yeah, he does. Well, he couldn't afford to just push with him. That's what I should have said. Probably still would have kept the good dice. Both of these. He has guard. He's still assisting, so he would have gotten 2 assists against my 2 here. So it would have been a 1 die, I guess. Still not ideal, but he got it on the first one, so it doesn't matter too much. But this makes it very tempting to fireball. He's right there. It's 4 targets that I can hit. And it's 4 important targets that I could hit. It's both runners plus 2 guard players, or it's 3 guard players. The agility 3 Longbeard I don't worry about too much. I probably wouldn't have gone for the agility 3 there on him. And he's playing a fast game. So how do we do this? Do I fireball now? I think we do. It's a good spot to hit him early on, and even though we're looking solid here, I'd like to remove some players, so yeah. You know how I like to play this aggressive, and they all fail. Perfect. Isn't that lovely? As always, I'm so not happy with how this plays out. Okay, let's see. How do we want to do this? We can get this rolling here, I think. Yeah, let's start with this one. Okay, that didn't work. It's gonna help him more than me, unfortunately. Do I want to follow that or not? I think we don't. We just want to lock him down. Don't necessarily need him to follow up in there. That one was more important to begin with as well. And we're going to push him there just so that he can't try to serve him out next round. We follow him. There we go. Oh, and we got an injury. Perfect. So now he's going to be down to 10 players. And getting rid of a Troll Slayer is nice. Let's see if you appos him. You shouldn't app on MNG on the second turn. There we go. Okay, we'd like to block there, obviously. But right now that would be a 1-die, and if I end up pushing, it's not gonna work out. I can still blitz, which right now I think might be the next best thing for us to do. We probably just wanna block him there, or I wanna dodge him and go for a 1-die blitz again. Although, I don't think we need to. He's just gonna stand up. He's gonna block there, but he can't really move forward a bunch. So what we're gonna do is blitz this guy away, because it's gonna allow me to disconnect as much as possible. Yeah, just push him away. That's okay. It's gonna allow him to reposition his guard, but that's okay. I'm gonna risk this as well, just so that he can't get served out of there. And what is next? That's the big question. I think next is getting the Deathroller first, this time around. Oh, no, I don't have any assist for the Deathroller right now. So we need to change that. So you know what, I think I'm actually fine with bringing all these guys in to get myself some assists here against the Deathroller. He can't go anywhere, and this is where we're strongest, and next up is this. So, oh, we stunned him. That's good, so move him up there away from the Deathroller, and then we can go for him, and thanks to us pushing, we get another one. And it's another push, but that's okay. Yeah, where do we want to push him, though? If we go there, all he needs is 1 assist, but with all the guards, I'm not sure if it matters that much. So I think I'm going to push him up there, mainly so that he can only block him, but not him. Okay, yeah, that's going to stay that way once again. Just locking down 1 guard player against one of my unskilled linemen seems like a good trade-off. So to explain this a bit further, if I had pushed him to here, he could have blocked the easier target, and he just needed the 1 guard assist there to get that in. So now if because he brought this guy in here, if he decides to block, he's gonna run into a 1-die if he only pushes on the first attempt. And that's a bit of a problem for him. So if he had brought a guard guy in here, for example, well, now he needs to bring in 2 assists anyway. So, but he's blitzing back there, which is lovely. He's just trying to remove the 1 guy. I'm not sure why he pushed him the way he did. He could have just pushed him a different direction. Good, just a stun. But so far, My initial reaction to Dwarves was to be very scared. Right now I'm feeling much more comfortable. Even though our wizard failed completely. Not a single... Oh, there we go. Got a KO for him. Not a single 4+ roll there apparently. Yeah, it's a 3, a 1, a 3, and a 1. Awesome. Imagine if we had just gotten one of there. Probably would have changed a little bit what we've done. I still have my bribe though, which is good. We do have one babe, so our KO is a little bit more likely to come back. We're forcing him to switch sides. He's keeping it very compact, which for one makes it easy for me to stop him, because there's not a lot of drawing me out and trying to pull my defense apart so that he can move through somewhere happening. But also, it's going to be difficult for me to get good blocks against him because he has so much guard. And that's not something we can deal with very easily right now. So I have to try and make this work. So what we are going to do here is this. These guys could still come after me, so I do need to be a bit careful there. I'm gonna keep the 2 screen going right there, I believe. And then I'm gonna blitz like this. Him, I think we're still just gonna stand him up and not use him before I do anything else. Do I want to move the ogre away though? Because if I move the ogre away, this guy will be able to do what he wants. So I'm not sure we want to do that. We'll see. So first of all, I'm gonna... No. First of all, I'm gonna put him right there. Keep this lockdown. I was thinking about the 2 spacing and just putting one guy there, but I think this serves a similar purpose and just makes it a bit harder for this high agility guy to maybe go this way. Not that it's likely, but we just want to take that shot away from him, if at all possible. So I don't like that. We do have a lot of rerolls left. I think in that case I'm going to risk a reroll to try and get a knockdown, and we do. So now I have 2 choices. I can either push myself out of there, or I can try to push this away, give myself an assist, and block this guy as well. And I think that's what we're going with. So push him back there. Push him back there. I'm going to follow this in case we did get through the armor, which we didn't, but that's okay. So now I'm out of a reroll, which means I do need to make smarter decisions about movement here. So this, only a 42, not really good. And let me think. So what we can do is move up our dirty player to right there. That should, for the most part, keep him safe. Well, no, he can bring somebody in here. But we'll see. I think I'm going to try to lock that down by moving the ogre up this way. Now he can... Well, no, he still can. Okay, I'm confused. I need to go one further. There we go. So I'm still next to the Deathroller, even though he can bring guards up in here, and the Deathroller might be in my back, which could be a problem, but I think that's still okay overall. And then I'm gonna move him back here just to see what's gonna end up happening there. He has stand firm, so he won't move, which means the guard will still be in there, but I did get a knockdown, so at least he can't block us. And now... it's the halfway mark, it's his turn 4, and he's still at the halfway point. He still has more than enough time to score here, obviously, but we'll have to wait and see what he ends up doing, because right now, we're pretty solid. I have defensible options here. This is probably the weaker side right now, but it's okay. Maybe I did go in a bit too aggressive here. Oh, he gets a player advantage. That I do not like. So we're both of those removals with players without Mighty Blow. Not that it matters too much, but it just makes it a little bit less likely. So yeah, the player disadvantage is a problem. Having the same amount of players is already not that easy to work with, because he has such a high strength player and the big amount of guard. But now that I'm at a player disadvantage... it is actually quite horrible. Did I forget to stand him up, or was he stunned? I'm actually not sure right now. how confused I am. Oh, why? I mean, I'm okay with this, but why? This is still a problem, but now I can get a guaranteed 1-die against this ball carrier once again. And with a bit of luck, if I'm willing to risk it, I can make it a 2-die. He is obviously going to get his good blocks here, but he's still putting more resources. Oh, come on. So that's my dirty player off the pitch. I'm starting to not be in a position where I can... I don't think I can apple this. Where I can afford to use my bribe at all. I probably should have gone for an extra apothecary and then I would have just appoed him right now. Yeah, this is a problem. I'm now at a 2-player disadvantage, and that's just not something we can afford to have. Oh, I kind of dread that I need to know. Really? Yeah, that's an assist. The issue here right now is I could bring him into here. No? Oh, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I would get a 1-die. It's not good enough. So I'm gonna go with this and just hope that it works. If it doesn't, we have a bit of a problem on our hands on top of everything. Yeah, so he's gonna go in here, which is the problem, but I need to remove that assist. So that allows me to do this 2-die block, which works. Okay, so now I have a 2-die against this ball carrier. That's what we needed there. I'm trying to decide. I'm gonna block with him because he has block, so it's a bit safer. So I'm trying to decide where to go. He can only go here or there. So we probably want him here. Once again, he's just gonna stand up. I don't want him to block. And then the question is, where do I blitz from? Because I can blitz from here, there, or there. If I blitz from here and we only push, we push him to there, which is bad. Here and there, the only options are there and there, but I would go up there in that case. Although we might want to put him there so that I can get a block back, but we have a bunch of guard going on there, so it's not very likely to do anything. I am unsure about this right now. I think I'm gonna go with this. I hope it works. I probably shouldn't have done that in hindsight. Ooh, double skulls. Okay, so we got that. I am going to follow. Awesome. Good stun. But I'm down to 3 seconds, which means I need to make some fast decisions here. I'm gonna risk this 1-die, which also works. It's gonna put another player next to the ball, unfortunately, but overall that is pretty okay, and I'm gonna risk another 1-die. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. It's stupid, but I'm doing it. Okay, nothing happened. Oh, I probably shouldn't have risked that. I'm scared. But he lost the ball again. His ball carrier is stunned. His good guy is locked in back there with 3 guys on my side, so he can't really dodge out easily. Let's see if he can remove that. But we'll have to wait and see. He goes for the safe block back there. It's not that important. He's gonna get surfed sooner rather than later, so I do need to start making dodges with him. But he also blocked with this guy, which I can see why. It's the only guy that doesn't have guard, but it also means he doesn't get another block that isn't a blitz. If we can survive this and I can get both of my KOs back, it should be fine. He's gonna go down to 10 players as well, thanks to the injury, and the Deathroller gonna be going to be gone. But we'll have to wait and see, assuming he doesn't score, because if he scores, I get my turn 8, which means there might still be a get the ref result, which we obviously don't want. So the good thing about this is, he still needs to go this way more, I think, or wants to go this way more. And right now my Ogre would be in the way, assuming I can get to stand him up. Okay, 1-die makes it. Also, that guarantees me a 2-die block against him, because right now I still have my guard here, but he's gonna try to get rid of the guard, obviously, and I think he just did. Okay, yeah, he used him. There we go. And he still doesn't have a good dodge with the runner. It's into two tackle zones everywhere. Not that I have good blocks or anywhere. Oh, boy. But we'll see what I can do. I don't necessarily need to score here. I just need to stop him. But with the player disadvantage, that is difficult. Okay, Ogre stands up. That is important. Do I just want to stand him up? Probably. I think at this point I want to play a game of safety as much as possible. And we also don't want these guys to just be able to pick up the ball. So Kevin just standing up. This... Do I want to blitz with him? We might want to blitz with him. Move him over there so that I can get blocks, but that would lock me in there, so I'm not sure if that's the right call. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. Just block him. Next question, do I follow or not? I think at this point I don't want to follow. It's too risky. We're going to be stuck next to him. He's going to get a 2-die with just one more assist, basically. And right now we need to be able to move our players around, which we could not in that way. So I don't really like these going on. If I block him down here, trying to decide what to do right now, it's just a teensy bit difficult, because if I block him here, once again he gets stand firm, and that's gonna take care of my dodge. I think we're gonna do this, actually. That's not horrible, is it? And then he is going to blitz. Good. Sure. Let's push him up there, see where he ends up going afterwards. But that allows me to just bring a player next to the ball, just force him to block me away there, one less player for him to move with. And now I could do 1-die blocks. But I'm worried about them, because if they fail, I'm not going to do it over here. I think I'm going to try this one, though, because it's really valuable if we get it, and we do. He's not going to move, but he can't get the easy assist somewhere and just knock me down. But yeah, we just want to lock this, keep locking this guy out, so I'm not going to risk the 1-die there. Because right now, he still can't dodge out easily to pick this up. He needs to block him away so that this guy can pick up the ball, and he needs to block him away so that he doesn't have a player next to him. So right now, I don't think I can score, not with the player disadvantage that we have, but I can lock him down as much as possible. Okay, he only gets the death... What? Why did he just do that? What? Oh, another successful roll there. I don't understand what just happened. Why that happened. Oh, does he have Juggernaut? Wait, does he have Juggernaut? How does Juggernaut look? Yeah. Oh. He thought he could use Juggernaut, but Juggernaut only works on a blitz action, so it actually didn't work. Let's see, would this be... This would just be a 1-die. Oh, I hate the guard right there. I want to try to make this work, but I want to... So let's do this. Put ourselves up there. I didn't really want to do that because I wanted to try and go for the ball with him. But that just didn't really work out as I wanted to. So this is a 1-die. This is a 1-die. But if I dodge here... you know what? We're gonna do that. Blitz like this. It's gonna open this up to him if I am not careful. But overall, it still should do exactly what I want. More or less. Because now I've already blitzed. But that's not necessarily a problem. I don't need to get the ball right this instant. But now I do have a 2-die here, which is lovely. Just push him down there. It frees him up, which is nice. So now, well, all of these blocks are problematic, but what can you do? So put him up there and stay. Not move him. Nope, I'm running out of time again, so I do need to be quick about this. We're gonna do this. Then we're gonna do that. Okay, just a push, but what it does do, it allows me to reposition my guard, which is what I want, and then I'm gonna just put him here to keep to have the middle still safe. So I probably should have done that a bit quicker, but I need to see about the order of operations first. And I couldn't figure it out quite as quickly. So right now, the good thing here is this guy can't protect the ball. Who did he hit there? Okay, that was my lineman. I wasn't quite sure. He gets the stun as well, unfortunately. But it was the Agility 4 runner. No, it was the other runner that did that. No, he stood him up. He blocked with him. Okay. So he doesn't have a good player to pick up the ball with. Also, I do still have a tackle zone on the ball. And let's wait and see what he can do. Okay, he's trying to remove that. He does have his Agility 3 Longbeard here, but he's still next to him, so he can't really do anything there. That much, but he's focusing on the ball. He won't score. He doesn't have a player in scoring range. And if he doesn't have one in this round, or sets one up this round, he can't score. So we're already safe on our defense here. It means that there is only going to be one KO result, KO roll result. And I do have a 3+ chance on both of them. I hope it's going to work out on both of them. Otherwise, I will stay at a player disadvantage. Oh, he's going to reroll that. Into a both down. Okay, that's fine. I still don't see myself getting the ball, but let's see what some chain pushes can do for us. Unlikely, but not impossible. Oh, okay. Okay, the scatter just... Is it impossible now? I don't think so. But it certainly is not very likely any longer. Yeah, this is not looking too good. This is a 1-die, but it's a 1-die that I really want to take. I'm trying to figure out if there is a smarter thing to do. I could dodge him, put him right there and push him onto the ball, but once again, if I want the ball, it doesn't really work that way. So right now, if we push him here, I could chain push this guy onto the ball and hope for a better scatter there. So I think that's what we're gonna do. He's not gonna score, and I think that's still gonna be worthwhile. Okay, we get the push, which is good enough at this point in time, and I just want to see where this ends up. Okay, so that guy ends up catching the ball. That's a bummer. Can we make use of that? Possibly, I think. I'm gonna try to dodge in there and hit him with a 2-die. We got the dodge. We got the knockdown. He has sure hand, so he can pick up the ball. Oh, this could actually work. Okay, Scatter goes into a decent position. We would like to skill our Catcher, of course, but we would have to dodge him, so I can't afford to do that right now. Which means for now he is just gonna... Well, not for now. He's just gonna try to pick up the ball, and then we're gonna make a run for it. And that should put me in a position to score next round. Okay, cool. Unexpected, but I'm okay with it, obviously. We can't really afford to have him score. The next safe thing to do is probably the 2-die with the Ogre. Just for one, it's gonna allow me to use him for a change and get away from the Deathroller. So there's that. And I think I'm gonna risk the 1-die block here against him, just because it's armor value 8. It's an easier target. Wow, okay, we get it as well. No armor break, but that's okay. And I have rerolls left over, so right now I can afford to reroll this, but I'm not gonna reroll a result like that because it could just turn to something worse, so a skull. So that worked out quite nicely. I think it's not unfair to say that I'm a better player here. Just the way things worked out and the way he played, it makes it pretty obvious in some areas, I think. Not that he necessarily made all bad decisions. He had made some good ones and made some good blocks, but he just blocked himself up too much with what he did and didn't really try to, or couldn't really get through anywhere, and couldn't make use of his player advantage. Which is a big surprise. So I think all that just led to trouble for him. And now he's not getting the blocks that he needs. If I get my KO guys back, I have a good offense next half, I believe. And I still have my bribe. Still don't really know when to use it right now, honestly. But we'll have to wait and see. The Wasted Wizard is still a shame. It didn't even knock down anybody. That's the worst part. I'm not mad that it didn't KO anybody or injure someone. What I'm annoyed about is that it didn't hit anybody. Statistically speaking, I should have gotten 2 out of the 4. But, well, what can you do? So let's see. Do I want to risk any blocks? If I can get a good block with Zasha, probably. He still has his reroll, doesn't he? Yep, he saved it for this last action. So let's see. He doesn't make it. Okay, whoo. He has agility 3, so actually with the rerolls had a 75% chance to make that block. So not horribly unlikely. But let's see. I don't think I can get a good block anywhere here. Yeah, even if we stand him up, the best I can get is a 1-die. So I can't really try to go for him, even though I really would like to. So we are just going to score this now. Kevin is going to level up, which is cool. And there we go. So we are in the lead. Let's see about the KOs. 1 comes back. So he still has a player advantage. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, 10, 11. And he has 3, 6, 9, 10. Yep, there we go. So that's not what we wanted. But at least it's only an unskilled lineman that's out there. I get my frenzy back, which is nice. So I do, if that's the first time he used the Deathroller, I hope he was aware that that was gonna happen. I would assume that he would have read the skills, and that secret weapon means that you need a bribe to keep a player on the pitch. You need to be aware with Juggernaut. It starts off with, if that player takes a blitz action, so it's not on blocks, it's only on blitz, which is why Juggernaut usually isn't that good of a skill. At least it's very situational, but if you have a character you blitz with quite a bit, on some big guys, it can be really nice, actually. Because if you don't have block and you blitz with them, a both down just gets turned into a push. You also negate fence, stand firm, and wrestle, which is awesome. So that just allows you to serve somebody on the sidelines, for example, or follow up, especially if you have frenzy, so minotaurs and stuff like that can really get something out of Juggernaut if you decide to make them a blitz beast, basically. So it's not a bad skill, it's just it's not universally helpful. So for example, one team I like to play in the Chaos Edition is still Corn Demons, which unfortunately will not be in the Legendary Edition here. But what they basically could do... Really? I'd love to serve him, but with the guard guy being there, that's not that easy. I also would love to just hit him. But I think we can't pass this up now, can we? We need to serve him, so that's just gonna happen. We're gonna put them up on the same line. I'm gonna put him right there to make myself a bit stronger as well. I can't really do much to these guys. Well, maybe we can get this to pop off a little bit, but I can't ignore this side completely either, because they might go that way. So I'm gonna do this. We've got all the guard going on. I think we're just gonna do that. So right now the plan is bring the guard to there, which is a bit risky, but what can you do? Blitz here, push, put him out, and then just try to set up the guard in a safe position that he can't easily, or try to protect our guard player there, so that he can't get counter-surfed. Although this is the only guy he could surf with, and it's 3, 4, 5. He can get the surf, but it's 2 GFIs to get that. We probably also just want to do this. And maybe even that. But no, I think it's okay to get that block. We'll see. Let's put him up one. And in we go. Let's see what's going to happen. So my main goal, not only am I going to remove a guard player, it's also just going to make sure that we have the same amount of players on the pitch again. Which is going to be pretty crucial to all of this. So he could get served in return for this, which is the risk in all of that, but I'm going to have to risk it. Okay, and we're gonna just have to start with that and see if it works or not. It doesn't. That's a problem. Yeah, I'm not re-rolling it, but this could be a problem for us. Because now he can serve me a lot easier. Okay, I do not like that one bit. So how do I work with that? I think what we do is bring in... Yeah, I need to make sure that he can't get good assists for the setup. So we're going to do that. Next up is going to be the Ogre block. I'm going to ignore the ball for now. We are not threatened to get attacked there. He's not very fast. I want to free up him. So that's what we're going to try. And we do. Lovely. Thanks to the stand firm, I'm not going to move. But the main goal here is just put another assist in there, basically, so that he decides if... Because this guy has guards, so if he stands him up, he can push these. And I just want to make sure that he still doesn't have a good block, necessarily, so that there is a less of a chance for him to try and hit us. Could also put myself next to him, which might be worth it, but I don't know. So he's gonna be here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the ball now. Oh, we failed the pickup, but that's okay. He still can't really reach me. So let's wait and see what's gonna happen. Maybe I should have moved him in here, but I was hesitant to do so because, once again, this guy is stand firm. So if I bring this guy in to block him down, both of them are gonna be stuck there, where right now I might need them for defense. Oh, we start things off with a double skull. That's unfortunate. He did get an extra reroll, though, out of the kickoff event, which is not surprising in that event, considering he has 7 cheerleaders or coach assistants. Which one was it here that he needed? Brilliant coaching. Yeah, 7 coach assistants. I had the fame. No, I had no fame, but I had. So I would have won without that result, basically. I rolled a 2, he rolled a 1. But the coach assistants obviously just... there's no way for me to win that, basically. So let's see. He goes in over on this side. Doesn't go for this side at all, which could work out for him. Maybe I shouldn't have ignored the ball quite as much and moved these guys back a bit for defense. That might turn out to be a problem. The upside here is these guys don't have tackle. So I could dodge him away, but... yeah, I went in a bit aggressive there. Oh, why do you do that to yourself? Okay, so I'm gonna have to go back to stay safe. But I think we're gonna be fine here. So who do I want to use? Probably him. Right now. Okay, we get the knockdown. That's what we need. And I'm not gonna follow up. I'm just gonna stay there. We're gonna move away there. Nice stun. Okay, so what I want to do is keep this as safe as possible. So he's just gonna move back there. Block that guy in. He's just gonna stand up there. And next will be our blitz, which is... yeah, just like this, basically. Torso is only armor value 8, so he is a high value target anyways, and removing the frenzy would be helpful, obviously. So let's keep him in there so that we can go over there. We did not get that, so I won't pile on in this case, and I think I'm gonna back up in this direction again, because if we make the pickup now, which we're gonna try for, okay, we do. We have everything saved there. Both of these are stunned, which is just extremely helpful and safe for us right now. Now we can move him, or need to move him, actually. Since I'm gonna go with the ogre block, I just need to make sure that in case we bonehead, he can't just run in there and do stuff. So who do we want to hit? He's got stand firm and guard. He has only guard but no stand firm. I think he's the better option. There we go. There's the bonehead. That's a shame. Can I afford to reroll this? I think it's an important enough position. I'm not sure if we're really in danger here or not, but I'm gonna try. Okay, loner fails. I rarely do that, but I just wanted to see if we could make it work or not. So none of these really have good blocks, but I'm not gonna give him the block. But I never can do 3+ dodges, apparently. Is that a thing? I don't know. If it feels like this. I always fail my first 3+ dodge for some reason. I don't know why. I'm also not sure if maybe I'm just imagining things, but if I'm thinking back, how many 3+ dodges with a dodge reroll built in? That's how I need to say that. I have failed on the first try over the last matches. It comes down to a lot in my head, but I'm not sure if it's actually true or not. So, once again, I probably will have a hard time to level Robert here, because he's just stuck back there. So, if I can, maybe I should try to get Mark over there and get the ball on him, which is also not going to be easy right now. But I could blitz in here and then free him up like that. And right now we also still have, because he stood him up, I have an option to serve this guy again. If, for example, with my ball carrier, we could do that, but now I need to be careful. My offense is not very good right now. These guys being stuck back here is a bit of a problem. Wow, he's rolling so many skulls. But the ogre not doing anything is a bit of a problem, and him getting a stun there doesn't necessarily help my case. Yeah, I can't really keep myself safe here whatsoever. So, I don't know. Yep, that just means he won't move. At least I can move my catcher, so he's still in a somewhat okay position. What? Okay, yep. Wow. I'm not happy with that. I shouldn't have used the ogre. As always. So he's gonna GFI. He needs to. At least he fails the pickup, but god damn, I'm making mistakes right now. Now you once again see why I don't like using my big guys very often, so I'm once again gonna be tempted to use him. But I'm also once again not sure if that's a good thing, because now his guard is actually causing me a lot of problems. Because I don't have a free player to move around with. Just this one, and I need to do 2 GFIs to even get him over there. What? How did this turn around so bad for me? I just went in too aggressive and then did this dumb move. And I'm still trying to decide on whether or not I want to block with him this round. If it works, it's really good. If it doesn't, it's horrible. So there's that. Same over here, basically. Or just try to bring him back, or if I should just stand him up first. Or try to dodge with him, but yeah, all the dodging. If I roll double ones on GFIs again now, I'm gonna be in trouble. But I think that is my safest play right now. Let's just hope it works. But if I fail, I also need to be there. Because if we only push him and I'm right there, he's gonna stay next to the ball. But if I push him now, we can push him to there. So that's why we do it like this. Seriously? Okay, we need to reroll that. There we go. Better. Follow it up, please. No ammo break, unfortunately, but I do get the ball back, and then I roll double ones on the pickup. So now, since I didn't activate my ogre yet, because I thought, hey, blocking was a good idea, once again, he can just walk in. Ah, oh, why? Why? There is a reason I use my big guys the way I use them. Because if I don't, stuff like this happens. I hope you can understand myself a little bit better why I'm using my big guys as I am. Because I'm getting really hung up on my big guys right now, because there I don't know. It's just the way I use them works for me, and if I try to use them more aggressively, stuff like this tends to happen. And that's why I'm never happy with my big guy. I love them as roadblocks. I don't love them as reliable blockers or stuff like that. You could argue that, yeah, there's situations where I should do it and where I shouldn't, but now I just try to use him more aggressively, which in the order of operations I couldn't do this, and the 3+ pickup here with the reroll was not unsafe. But usually I would have just activated him. And I didn't here because I thought, yeah, let's try. And I'm regretting it now, because I should really be in a solid and good position right now, and I should try to advance my lead, and right now it's not happening. He has a 1-player advantage. I couldn't get the surf. He is just locking me down here. I can't do anything. And thanks to his guard, I can't get easy blocks that are risk-free, and all of that just comes with problems, and I'm not happy about it. At least he only pushed me here. He's not going to pick up the ball. These guys won't move, so I still have an okay-ish chance right now. But it's not looking too pretty overall. I think he's going to try to bring this guy down here. He probably should just put him here to keep this guy from coming in, because that's what I need. Because right now we can 1, 2, 3, 4 blitz. I can't really get the assist, unfortunately. But that's something we have to work with. But then he also gets some 1-die that work, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah, I'm not happy with this right now whatsoever. Once again with the ogre. Am I gonna risk it? I don't know yet. I'm standing up players first to delay that decision a little bit. I kind of need to dodge somebody because otherwise I'm just gonna get a 1-die or we're gonna have to blitz with him, which I guess is the safe course of action there. It's how I want to play that. He's just gonna move away from my ogre there if I let him. But it could give me some good blocks if I make it work once again. But this is the important position, so I feel like we need to start here and just see if we can make this work. I still don't like leaving him there, but I see the value. And I hope it's gonna work out this round. Last round it went... The last 2 rounds went pretty bad. So let's see, we need a knockdown, not a double skull. That's not what I said. I said we need a knockdown. Thank you. That's what I said. And an ammo break at this point in time is super good. And I rolled another double 1. Are you freaking serious? I'm still not really salty, but the amount of double 1s and skulls that are going around this match, I'm not saying it's just me, because he's rolling double skulls or has rolled double skulls. But just the amount of double 1s I'm once again rolling right now, and that's denying me this. How likely is it that I'm gonna roll 4 1s in a row on a pickup? I mean, we can do the math, but still. So it's just annoying at this point in time. I hate this because he keeps locking me down here. I can't get to the point here because I need to start with this and go for the pretty safe pickup. I have a built-in reroll. But it's just not quite working out, and it's annoying. And it's starting to become a bigger problem. But right now, he moved away from the ogre as expected. He just went away there. But that also allows me to now bring in the ogre here and strengthen my defense. So it might not actually be super horrible. He would have been better to probably just keep the ogre locked up. But he didn't go into the direction of the ball. He went over here. And that I don't get. He needs to focus on this. So his priorities, at least in my opinion right now, are a bit off. He's not focusing on the right things. He's focusing on what's in front of him, but not where he needs to be. This guy is probably going to go over here, but this just doesn't help him as much right now. I mean, if I keep screwing up here and can't pick up the ball, it doesn't really matter, because then he's going to get it, go over here where he is strong, and then I'm going to be in trouble. But I don't see why he's doing that. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Yep, I mean, that block was to be expected, and we also expected it to end that way. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That's fine. And thanks to his guard, he just gets a lot and a lot of good blocks. And I need to see what we can do here. So, Ogre, please go right there. No. Yes, yes. Ogre, be right there. That's good. He's not gonna stand up yet. Oh, I could actually make this interesting, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna try to chain push. Oh, but if I do that, I lose an assist. But if we knock him down, it still works. So I don't necessarily need to do it the way that I want to do it. but if we get the knockdown, it's gonna be good. We don't yet. So right now, we are going to do this instead. Put him up there. Still makes me keep that. Good. So now there's no player on the ball right now, which is good. It also gives me an additional assist back here and negates some assists back there. He's gonna get his guard guy stood up there, of course. I think at this point in time, that means he's not gonna move. Ooh, actually I'm not sure if that was the smart decision, but now I'm worried to stand him up again or dodge him again. But you know what, let's do it. Let's dodge. Oh wow, rolled another one. My god, could you just stop with that, please? So I'm just trying to create some room for myself again. I don't think it's necessarily going to play out, but we'll see. So at this point, I'm gonna try to pick up the ball again. Hey, look at that. I actually made it work. But where do we go from here? Because these guys could attack us. I kind of want to go to right there. But I think the smart choice is to just put myself over there because I'm pretty safe there. We have two guys up front here. He can go and blitz in there pretty easily thanks to this strength 2 corner here, but that's about it. And I'm tempted to risk this one die, and I think I'm going to, because it's gonna put me in a better position overall, and it's gonna knock down a runner possibly. But this is gonna be a very bad position if I stay like that. It's might cost me my last reroll if I'm willing to reroll it, but I might not. We'll see. Ooh, yeah, now I have to think. Am I okay with that failing? He's gonna be able to move. Nah, I'm rerolling. Okay, that's a bummer. It was a bit of a risky move. Probably shouldn't have tried it, but I thought it was worth it. I'm not sure if it's the right call or not. The 1 in 36 chance here for the double skull is a bit of a bummer, but ah well. So what this does do now is that this guy can just move. Unfortunately, he still can't. Luckily, because we have Tim there. What? He didn't use his tackle player to blitz, or one of his tackle players. He's just moving them there. So I still have no idea if I'm going to be able to score this or not. This match is going so weird right now. He still has 2 rerolls, while now I have none left, and that's a problem. But let's see what's going to happen. That's just a push or a double both down. He decides to go with the push. He should not follow me here. And he doesn't. Okay, yep. To be expected. There's no way for me to use my bribe, and I probably should have just used the apothecary back when I had the chance, but I didn't think it would help me that much. Okay, perfect, just a push. But now I have to dodge away here, and that's a problem. And I don't have any free players to move around with, and he has guard. Yeah, I don't like this whatsoever. We are in trouble. That's still fine though, I can free up a player. No, not like this I can. Ah, crap. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, now he's really putting the pressure on, and I'm just letting him do that. I know what I need to do, but if I fail the dodge, that's gonna be necessary for that. There is just hell to pay, basically. So I would love to do this block, obviously, but I also can't really afford to, because it's not the safe thing to do first. So what we need to do is this blitz. And all I need is a push. A knockdown would be better, but all I need is a push. And we get said push. I'm gonna push him there, which will allow him to just move, unfortunately. But, oh god, and I also need to do GFIs. How I do not like that. But it frees up him. And that's the important thing. Please don't let me fail these. I failed so much already. Don't let it be more now. Is that far enough? That's the question. I don't think so. I think we need to do both. Okay. So the big questions in life. Where does he go? Do I put him there? Or not? I could put him here. Because that would mean he's still with his guard. You can get so easy assists. So I think I am going to do this, because that means if he wants to get a 2-die there to knock him down, he needs an assist. It locks down the player that's closest to him there. And all of that just seems helpful. Next up is the ogre block. Now it's actually pretty fine to do that. Good. Oh, we got through. Got a stun. And I'm tempted to do this one. It's gonna stay a 1-die if I only push. But it will put him in a better position and might lock down players back here that otherwise he might be able to move up. So we need to risk this, I think. Once again, oh, thank you. Just the 1 in 6 chance to fail it completely. And I'm not going to dodge with him. It's too risky. He has a tackle player there, and if I fail, he has all of these guys free, while right now one of them needs to invest a block. So we should be okay here. He might still be able to make this work, because all he needs is to block him down, move one guy up, and then block in here. But if he blitzes from there, my guard will give him an assist, or give me an assist, which is helpful. So overall, I think I made some mistakes here. That's out of the question. But the dice also kind of screwed me in some areas. Rolling, oh, yeah, that's still good enough. Rolling 4 ones on a ball pick, 4 consecutive ones on a ball pickup is kind of horrible. And failing the dodge back here was kind of a bummer. So I've rolled 3 double ones this half, plus a skull rerolled into a skull, and I started off one turn with a double skull. So I think nobody can say that I had really amazing dice or anything. But I don't know. So he did the good thing here, set up the guard in a way that he can get a 2-die there. Was hoping for a knockdown here, which would have allowed him to blitz from there, which would have been easier, but now he needs to move a bit further, so it's gonna be a GFI. So that's nice. And hopefully he can't make it work. So right now I'm feeling pretty secure about our chances to win this, because even if he knocks me down now... Ooh, he rolls 1 there as well. Let's see, can he roll GFI double ones? I haven't done that this match yet, but... Oh, he does. Wow, okay. That's lucky for us. Ooh, God. Sort of said if he had knocked us out of our hands, he had only 2 turns left. So we need to pick up the ball and get it down here somewhere, which would have been difficult, to say the least. So I think that was not the worst. So what we are gonna try to do is bring our ogre over to there. Luckily, he still can move. And that allows me to go for a block right there. Which, thanks to it now working, we're gonna put him down there and follow. Will allow him to just blitz. Now he has a 2-die thanks to the assist. Put him down there, stay of course, and now I'm going to run. Yeah, we're gonna run up this way. That's fine. So here we go. We made that work. So I am going to try to make this block work because he's closer, and it does. Yeah, so now we're very much safe, and I am definitely going to win this. So this right now is not a good block. I could cover this, but we are just going to do that. That should turn this into a 1-die now. Yep, there we go. And I'm gonna take it. Okay, didn't do what I needed it. But we're not done yet. I have more 1-die blocks to give, and I'm gonna try to make them work. All of them. So we're gonna start with this 1-die. which is just a push. But what can you do? I think... yeah, we're just gonna disconnect at this point in time. Although that's gonna lead to this being a 2-die against in case I only push. Which indeed is what ends up happening. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Let's see what's gonna happen. Yep, there we go. I remembered that it would do that if right after I decided to not follow up there. But I just thought, okay, let's minimize the amount of blocks he can get against me. Nothing too bad happened there, so it's still fine. But that was a bit of a dumb move. Let's see, what do we have here next? I mean, we're not really in danger anymore. The thing is, I won this match without needing my inducements. I'm not sure if he rolled a 3+, the guy that was KO, and if the one babe helped here, but I didn't use my second apothecary because I thought the badly hurt very early wasn't enough to warrant that. The wizard failed completely, and I didn't get to use the bribe, really. Maybe I should have gone for the foul when I had the chance on the Deathroller in the beginning, but 58% chance just wasn't good enough. He has such a high armor value. Doesn't actually have thick skull, so if we had gotten through there, it might have worked, but it also could have backfired. It just wasn't worth it at that time. Too early, too risky. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. So he can still blitz me. Let's see what's gonna happen. He could still stop me, basically. And he needs to reroll this. He's not rerolling it. Well, I could still fail the dodge. But right now, I think I'm gonna blitz and then just run this in. What's the better chance? I don't know. Either way, he would need to set up a scoring threat, even if it's just this guy, but he's not doing it. So yeah, there's that. So, nope, not GFIing this. We're just moving these guys. If I fail now, he's gonna get his blocks, of course, but that's fine. And I just don't want him to get any easy things here. Oh, thank you. Perfect. And that just means we can score. And in we go. Whew, so he scored both touchdowns, which was not part of the plan, but scoring is still good. So we're not going to complain. We win, we get some SPP. At least I got one injury out of this. My KO continues to stay out, so that's helpful. Or yet another one. But what can you do? Okay, who do I put on the line of scrimmage now, though? It is, unfortunately, probably our blitzer here. Since he's the unskilled one, and everybody else just gets to be back here. And I don't like them getting the catcher, basically. Let's just hope that everything's gonna be fine. So there we are. So he gets one more round of free blocks against us. And then we're done. So it did work out. Who could get an MVP and level up? He wouldn't. He would, so that would be cool. Our ogre could also use some SPP. Don't let it be said that I didn't try to incorporate him more and make him block more. Maybe dwarves aren't the best choice to actually try and make that work, but he also just is. His first half was pretty good. The second half was horrible for the ogre. He didn't do much. What can you do? I would really like for Mark to get the MVP, or Robert, so our catcher, I think. Just somebody that would level up, or just get them to a point where they are close to leveling up. So even one of the linemen, one of these two would be nice, because both of them would level up out of this. So let's just hope that we can get that. Maybe instead of all the inducement that I had, I should have gone with Griff Overwald, the star player. I haven't bought him yet, I think, at any point in time. Just because he is very good. He's a solid star player. I think he has strength 4, agility 4 as well. He's a blitzer basically, but a good one. With a lot of skills, so he could have helped us and it would have given me a reserve player. I'm not sure if I maybe should have done that. I don't know. It's difficult to say in hindsight. My inducements weren't bad, they just didn't really do anything for us. I mean, the second apothecary is always a safety buy. You can never guarantee that it will do anything. And in this case, I could have used it a bit more proactively on the one guy, but it just... I had to assume the worst case there, and that was Dwarves getting a lot of blocks against us, so chances was that he was gonna injure more than one player and could have injured us severely. And because of that, I didn't use him there. I'm a bit disappointed in my own removal abilities here, but I mean, even though it's Dwarves, it doesn't necessarily mean just one. I have a good amount of Mighty Blow. I have 3 players of Mighty Blow, and I blocked quite a bit with them when I had the chance. And not even a KO somewhere is a bit of a bummer. But yeah, there it is. So, oh no, did I get 1 KO? I don't think so. I'm suddenly questioning myself again, but I just don't remember. So let's see. We rolled a 6. That's lovely. Gonna stay that way, of course. And our thrower got the MVP on top of everything. Are you serious? So he got 11 SPP in this match? Yep. There we go. That's a bit of a bummer. I don't need him to get that much. Let's see. We do get 1 level up, obviously, and now I could go up to 13 players again with another lineman, but do we want a second catcher, maybe? I think I actually made it worked pretty well with just the 1 catcher on this. Okay, so he rolls another normal one. So what do we want for him now? I could make him better at throwing, but we usually don't really throw that much. So building him for that is not that necessary. Right now, I'm mostly leaning towards kickoff return. We could keep him a bit safer with stuff like fend, for example. But I think kickoff return will help us the most. Once again, it's a skill that's not going to be used very often, but when it's going to be used, it's going to allow us to position him a bit better and put him in a better position afterwards. And I do like that. But accurate is also not going to help us at all times. I don't know. It's a bit of a thing. The one's going to allow us to get better positioning on a kickoff. The other one's going to allow us to throw to get a better throw in a pinch. Fend would keep him safer in case they try to hit him and they can't make it, because then they won't be allowed to follow up. So he has block, leader. Yeah, block and leader right now. I think I'm gonna go the kickoff return route right now. That's the one I'm most comfortable with. So there we go. And I'm gonna have to think about going in with another lineman or another catcher. The catcher is also gonna give us more speed, which could be good. So maybe we want to wait on that, but I could also get another catcher now. We do have the money for that. Or we want to keep it at 12 players for 1 match, just so that our team value is a little bit leaner. And see from there, because we also might need the money to replace a player that we could potentially lose next time. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. Either way, another win for us. I'm pretty happy about that. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see me play more Blood Bowl 2, just stick around. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope that you will tune in next time and have a nice day. Bye, guys.